Fall started on September 22nd, and you can really see the difference in weather.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are going to welcome Emily to come on over right now, Fox 44 News meteorologist Emily Kaye, to talk about the fall weather. We got so many things going on. Thank you for coming in.
It's a very exciting time. This is my favorite time of year.
Me too.
Oh, good. Yay. Fall is fantastic. Spring's okay too. But you know what? Fall just really brings in a special kind of weather. Also, a lot of stuff is going on in the fall too. We have October, we have Halloween, we go into Thanksgiving. So I don't know about you guys at home, but this is definitely my absolute favorite time of year. So I've been begging Noelle to let me talk about fall for a very long time. So here we are. We're going to talk about it. So what do you guys want to know about fall first?
Well, how are we coming right out of the gate? I mean, it feels nice, but is this cooler? Is this warmer?
Actually, we were right, almost right around average. So I did prepare some graphics for you guys for this segment. So for fall, it started on September 22nd again. So there we go. We'll get back to those graphics here in a second. Pull it back up.
Look at your leaves.
I know I have leaves here for you guys.
Beautiful.
I'm giving you a little sneak preview. Halloween weather, and then also the first freeze will come up here in a second. But again, we did start fall on September 22nd. It was a very interesting time for this year. Usually we're seeing our temperatures about in the mid 80s. So here we go, September 22nd, first day of fall, everybody. The 2020 high for this year was actually around, I believe it was 70 degrees. So it was really cool. We did have Tropical Storm Barry out there. That did bring some really uncomfortable weather for us. Did bring some rain too. We saw a couple of those leaves falling out there. We're going to see some more leaves falling as well. So September, again, really uncomfortable. Usually we're in the 80s. We were in the 70s. The coolest weather we've actually seen here in Central Texas, though, was around 40 degrees. That was in the 1900s. 1998, I believe. 1900s. That really wasn't that long ago. Just in case anyone's wondering, yeah, so it was 1998. We saw about 40 degrees out there, and that is pretty chilly. So I did also do some research for everybody. Sweater weather. I think 40 degrees is sweater weather. Noelle obviously thinks
I put on my sweater today because I'm ready for fall. I am here for it.
Below 70 is sweater weather.
Below 70 for you? What about you, Noelle?
I don't know. 60s?
60s?
Yeah.
40 is like beanie and
parka like jacket.
Yes, no, okay, so actually the national average for sweater weather here in Texas, the Weather Channel actually did a study on this last year. 60 degrees is going to be sweater weather here in Texas. It's different all around the country because we do have a lot of those different weather patterns that we see in different parts of the country. So here in Texas, it's obviously a little warmer than it is up north. So we think 60 degrees is about where we want to be to put on that sweater. But we do actually have the coolest place in America is going to be South Dakota. They voted 51 degrees for sweater weather. I don't know about you guys, but I put on the sweater when it falls down to about 75. I get a little chilly.
You're cold even when you're in
I'm
their
cold
studio.
all the time. Noelle, no.
She's walking around with her blanket all the
I'm
time.
cold right now. It's chilly.
It is cold.
It's chilly outside. It's usually pretty cold. So again, Florida actually had the highest national average for sweater weather, about 65 degrees. So they're also a little cooler than I am.
What about like first freeze? When does that typically happen?
So typically we see our first freeze at the end of November. So right around Thanksgiving, we'll start to see the first freeze. And that's when we're going to want to really start paying attention to the weather. So you're going to want to do the 4 Ps. So you're going to want to protect your pets, your plants, your pipes, and people. So you need to bring your pets inside. If they're outdoor pets, you need to make sure that they have somewhere warm that they're able to stay because 32 degrees is about freezing, so it is going to be a little chilly out there, and people as well, so you need to make sure that you check on your neighbors, especially if you don't have heater. It's going to be a very chilly time. Make sure you have somewhere that you can go to get warm too, and then also plants. So if you do agriculture things for a living, you're going to want to make sure that you pay attention to the weather as well, because the first freeze can really really ruin some of your plants out there. And we do have a history of seeing our first freeze kind of early. So the earliest we've seen our first freeze is before Halloween, October 24th. Is the first freeze we've seen. So 32 degrees, that was a long time ago, 1900s, not 1998, actually early 1900s.
1998, when I was 24.
Yeah, 1998, but the first freeze was actually early 1900s, so that was in October 24th.
Wow.
Yeah, so make sure you pay attention. Now's really the time to start paying attention to the weather as well. So we're going to start getting cold here pretty soon, everyone. I'm very excited.
Let's talk about Halloween, because we're all excited about
Halloween, the big story of fall. Thanksgiving might be a little more my speed, but I also enjoy Halloween. I'm never too early to start planning your Halloween costumes too. It might be a little chilly on our Halloween this year, but usually we see temperatures in the 70s on Halloween. So usually about 75 degrees will be our high for Halloween. Has gotten a little chilly on Halloween too, right around 40 degrees. Again, early 1900s, not 1998, early 1900s. But it has been chilly. It also has been pretty warm. So late 1900s, around 1996, I believe it was, or around then, we actually got into the 90s on Halloween. So could you imagine that?
Wow.
That's when my kids are taking off the expensive costume I bought them. I'm like, why did I even do this?
Well, I grew up in Virginia, so on Halloween it was about 40 degrees.
You were
And
cold, yeah.
every costume I had, always carefully planned out. I had to put a coat over it, and it just ruined Halloween for me.
I know.
Over.
Hope for the best this year.
Hope for the best, but yeah, around 70 degrees is what we can expect to see for Halloween.
All right, Emily, thank you so much for being here.
Good stuff.
Thank you for having me.